your army, your natural, one defiler swarm, and it's GG. You know, if it's in the middle of the map, it takes like 10 defiler swarms to make it to your main. So keep your army mobile, keep it in the middle of the map, make them have to react to you. These are very important points. Right now I'm in the middle of the map, and I'm defending both, like I'm defending my main, my natural, and my third just by having a presence in the middle of the map. I have a couple units, vessels in the middle of the map there. I scout his army movement, and because I see his army moving there, I can intercept it. I take out all these Scourge, I get this huge attack on his giant army. You know, that's huge. And it's just because you have an army in the middle of the map. And keep an eye on the minimap. Keep things in the middle of the minimap. I have a factory floating out there to tell me if things are coming. I don't need that factory. I'm doing an SK Terran build. So if you're doing an SK Terran build, try and use your factory to get vision. Again, I don't have bunkers at my 11th right now because I don't need at my 3rd right now because I don't need it because I have my army moving about. That sucked. That I lost my migration there. That was a low-class move for me there. Not happy about that. Here, I'm just moving around in case he tries to attack 11 o'clock. You know, irradiate. I can spare them. He doesn't quite. He's got too many lurkers. He's got so many lurkers that he won't have defiler tag in the near future. So don't have to worry about wasting those irradiates because you got plenty. Here, getting a good surround and then moving in. I'll take out these lurkers. Here, I shouldn't even be watching this battle. I know I'm going to win. I know I'm going to win flawlessly, but I'm watching it. That's where I can improve right there. That time would have been better spent macroing. Instead, I'm doing it right now. And, you know, could have been doing it sooner. I build, now that I have a 3rd, I build another starport because with that many gases, you can get even more vessels, and even more vessels is just, you know, disgusting. Zerg is going to hate you. Try and find the Marines that the lurkers are going to target and move them. That way, you know, you won't have a clump of your Marines die to like a single slice. So, I'm trying to find his army, because that's like, so important. Don't just scan for like tech and junk. You want to find his army, that's huge. Here, I'm going to try and Defense Matrix and Marine. I missed that one, and there I grab it. Just send the Defense Matrix Marine first. All the lurkers will target it, and unless manually told otherwise, they'll continue to target it. So you can get like some free hits in. And here you go. It didn't even last that long, but it lasted long enough to give me a huge advantage here, and I took out his giant army again. Now, you know, I should be queuing. I'm only doing 2 in each one. Right now, I should be queuing more in there. And you should too. I mean, look at the resources. If you got 3 bases rolling in a TvZ, you're gonna have a lot of money. And I mean, pros do it. Pros have a lot of money too. I mean, Iris. I remember in like Iris versus Jadong, he had like 3K built up to. It just happens in TvZ, and you can easily spend that time or use that resources queuing, and it would just greatly improve your macro. Another thing. Here, I ran out of scans. I used too many, so I have to send my vessels up. So I'm just spreading in the meantime, trying not to lose too many, and then killing it. So now I'm moving in. Here's a neat little thing I do. I'm reacting to what I think the Zerg is going to do. He's got no defense here, and he knows it. So he's going to try and counter, and I know that. So I'm sending my vessels to the middle. I know there could be Scourges out, I might lose a couple, but here, I'm sending my vessels in the middle of the map to find his counter, and there it is. You know, he's going to counter, because, you know, that's always what a Zerg is going to do in that situation. If you're taking out his gases, he's going to try and counter you, and, you know, I'm just irradiating everything, and I even have a group of bio up here ready, stim, and then shift, send them into bunkers. That way, you know, they'll figure it out. Again, check the mini-map. I saw the Scourge come in, and I sent my vessels to the bunkers, and they're fine now. Just because you have a lot of vessels in a situation like this, like I do, you know, you don't want to be throwing them away for nothing, and so keep an eye out and keep them alive. Again, I should be queuing more than 2 here, and I know it, I just, you know, don't have the time, you know, busy doing other things, but definitely start queuing more if your money's piling up. And build more barracks. I even built a couple at my 3rd here. I put up, is that my 4th? It might just be my 3rd, but I put up like another starport because I can, and you have the resources, react to that sort of thing. If you have the resources, build more. Doing an eraser trick, that's, you know, not a high level move. You just irradiate your things and move them in, killing all his drones. It's pretty mean. At this point, obviously, I'm feeling like there's nothing he can do to get back into the game. He's losing his gas. I haven't checked 9, but I'm not worried about it. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have it, and so I irradiated the ones at the top of his ramp, and then I tried to move in, but he replaced them. So now, be patient. You know, I'm gonna take them out eventually with the radiates, and then I'm gonna move in and kill that gas. So, you know, another thing I was gonna say is Terrans at lower levels will only use bio if it's control grouped, and that is a huge mistake. And I mean, everyone does it to an extent. I do it. It's a huge mistake. It's a way any Terran can improve, any player can improve, is using units that aren't in control groups. In this case, I have to use units that aren't in control groups by moving them to my third, send them to the middle of the map, and, you know, it takes a lot of control. I mean, Savior, I remember hearing he only uses like 2 control groups to move his units. In a lot of cases, and it just requires a lot of control, knowing where units are and being able to use them without having them in a control group. Theirs is his last operating extra gas, and so I'm gonna try and hit it. As you can see, I'm nearly maxed out with 3 of bio. It's actually 2-2. It's about to be 3-3. There's nothing he can really do at this point. I did lose most of my vessels to Scourge, but I'm okay with that. You know, like, I've got tons rolling in, and in a second I'm gonna have like 10 more, so it's not a big deal. This is one of those points where I can trade vessels for Scourge and be okay with it, because I'd rather him spend his gas on Scourge than on more fighting units, and he seems to be stuck with lair tech. I don't see defilers just because he doesn't have the gas, and what he tried to do, he's tried to power too much with lurkers. He tried to force things to happen with a lot of lurkers, and a lot of Zergs will try and do that just by win with a lot of lurkers instead of having, you know, some tech. So here I try and move into the 5 o'clock position. I encounter his army, and a lot of those units that are moving aren't control grouped, which goes into the theme that I was talking about a minute ago. At first I decided to fight, and then I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna try and take out his gas, because if I can take out that gas, I know I win, and I don't want to risk anything here. So one of my non-control grouped unit groups actually goes and starts attacking the Sunkens without my input, which was annoying. But now I hotkeyed them, and now they're in my group. So here I go. Right now, I know he doesn't have a Nidus there, and it takes a while to get a Nidus up, and frankly, I don't think this guy knows how to tech the hive. So, there's no rush in taking out that third. There really isn't. So right now, I'm just having fun irradiating, setting up my control groups, making sure I'm ready, and now I'm moving in. Keep a unit there. I forget what it was. It might have been a Marine, might have been a medic, but as you can see, there's still a unit there to wait to see when he's going to come attack me, and now I'm sending in my army to take out this base, which is, you know, his last operating extra gas. So keep macroing. I don't need to watch a battle involving Marines and Sunkens, right? So, and I saw it on the minimap. Here they comes, and here I try and come and take it out. Unfortunately, my Marines are still fighting a hatchery, which was like total balls. As you can see there, I'm like, oh crap, and he's got one left. So that didn't work out because I didn't micro it properly. So now I have 3 Marines left and a bunch of medics. I should have saved my medics here. I didn't. I was retarded. I was like, hey, I'm going to try and take this out. What I was actually trying to do is see if I can come up with like a really nice micro clip, but didn't work out. I should have saved my medics. If you notice your medics are moving in a position where you could lose them, make more, because oftentimes you'll lose all your medics and then you'll just have like a full Marine army, and that sucks. So even when you move them, right now my medics are like on the enemy side of the map. If you're moving your medics to a place where they could die, start replacing them. That's just extremely important. I sort of did that. I have some medics popping, not enough. I still should be queuing way more, but I'm not. Here, there's nothing he can do. I'm scanning to make sure he doesn't have islands. I'm scanning to make sure he doesn't have anything else. Here, he's about to lose. I move back and I irradiate everything, and he GG's, and that's it.